Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Century Countess. In today's video, we are going to do a simple Goth makeup. It's probably not, I will first, before we begin, I will admit it may not look very simple at the end. And what I mean by not very simple is it's probably going to be very detailed, etc., etc. But let's say you're on a time limit. You have somebody that's going to be showing up within an hour, probably less. So I want to show you a quick and easy makeup that you can do that still has that goth aesthetic that you love, but quick, easy, with less time. So you take your foundation, and let's say it's a little humid, but you still want to do a white base because one, your face is tanned, accidentally tanned, it's slightly discolored, looks awful, and you just want a little depth in your skin tone. So take this brand right there, and this is going to sound horrible, you guys, but the way I found this foundation, and you guys know the story, the lady almost did not sell it to me because she was looking at how pale it was, and then she made a whole thing. She tried not to serve me, or etc., etc., but it all backfired on her. But you know that story. Forget which video it was in, but you know that story. But look for that brand of foundation, and I think it's in front of a model who, and I hate saying this because I'm not trying to sound racist or anything, but the lady had albinoism. And it was the palest foundation that I saw. So I wanted something very light. And what you want to do is you want to rub it in. Have a mirror. Because you want to make sure there's no smears, there's no smudges. The irritating stubble that you think you shaved off, but you don't want foundation covered stubble. It's like little white dots all over your face. But if you're a gal, honey, you don't have to worry about that. The only thing you have to worry about is the eyebrow stubble being covered. Alright. Make sure it's all in. You want yourself a nice, smooth base. Now, not too much. You just want a little bit of powder. Not too much. And you just want to, because like I said, it's going to be a humid day today. So you just want just a little bit, like a light coverage, a powder coverage. Then look at the mirror, blend it all out. There'll probably be add just a little bit of powder to your brush. Because it takes me just a little bit to do the foundation, as you guys have seen. Also, I'm trying not to sidetrack myself, because you guys see me sidetrack myself in past videos, and I pause, I forget what I'm going to say. But I'm trying to stay focused because we're on a time limit. We're going to have a fun day today. I will give a quick update. We are trying to find Frika's outfit. As you guys know, in the illustrations of Frika before her physical debut, you saw her in an outfit that looked between a mummy and the Bride of Frankenstein. We've been trying to find a mummy costume. We've been trying to find a Bride of Frankenstein costume from thrift stores. We even went to Spirit of Halloween. They had Egyptian, they had Greek, they had a small section. No mummies. No mummies. Nothing. Not even a sexy mummy costume. We wouldn't get the sexy mummy costume. We've already seen what the sexy mummy costume is. It doesn't fit the theme. Next, just take your eyeliner. And this is the part that you need to take your time out. So I recommend doing the eyeliner first, or a little bit of it, and then if it fades away a little bit, you can always reapply, but just get your eyeliner down. Don't worry if it's smudgy up top, because you know I'm going to show you a smoky method very soon. And as always, I always get a little streak here. That's fine, we'll make it work. I like the reason why I'm getting smears like a thicker lower liner is because this is thick as shit. But it was the cheapest eyeliner at the time. And we have a special eyeliner, but alright. Here's where things get complicated. You don't have all your makeup tools laid out. And you need a special makeup sponge. So, I'm going to pause this real quick. It is now 10:39. We're running out of time. Found it. I just paused it. 10:39 still. Well, almost 10:40. And we found it. It was right behind us. Good thing about me, I keep my makeup around me close by. It doesn't go anywhere else. The only time it's somewhere else is because I haven't used it in months and it's in the big makeup box, which is very disorderly. But we'll get to that another time. So, with your sponge, just take a little bit, and then you want to do like the pointy bit and a little bit of the tip, just the tip. And I've shown you a type of makeup like this in the past, where you just blend it, and then if you want like a smear effect, you can get a smear effect, but there we go. Now for the other one. Brush yourself, you guys. Let's see if I can do it right. And if I don't do it right, well, it still looks cool. Even though it does irritate me when they're not even, but it still looks cool. No one doesn't seem to notice. I get compliments. Alright, and then you want to try to match it as best as you can, like the design at least. Alright, one section down. Now, brushes, not sure which one we're going to use, but like I said, we're going to wean it. Let's see. Some bizarre angles today, and I think you caught a lip. I think you saw a nip slip there. My apologies. Okay. How are we going to do this next? Alright. You want to take just your flat brush. Tap all the excess off, and then you want to kind of correct what's going on with the lips, so I can kind of smear out the eyeliner a bit, make it look like you did it on purpose, and kind of clean up what you can. Alright, next step. Next step, next step, next step. Let's see. Little wings. Okay. And then let's add some cool little border. And there we go. And then let's follow it over here now. Okay. It is slightly off, but it's fine. We'll make it work. Now we just make what looks like we're doing a check mark, but we're just outlining our brows for today. Boom. Boom. Trying to make them match. Alright. Now, fill in magic. We got our eyes done. Now, with what pigment you have left on this sponge from your eyes, just trace out your cheekbones very lightly. Smudge it a little bit, kind of add a little pressure to the end for some depth. There. Then line up your jawline as best you can. And then just drag it down. Very lightly. You just want a light base today, something that still looks really good. That's not too heavy because this is all a light base. You saw this foundation. This foundation is a thin layer with just a light powder coverage. Make sure it's all well blended. This is the part that takes time, so we save this for last, the parts that take a little bit of time. And then we just blend it all way down as best as we can. Yes, okay. Let's wash our hands real quick and I'll show you the next bit. So quick pause. I did throw on my outfit clothes. I'm almost my full outfit. I don't have my accessories in yet, but I want to show you my new shirt. Found this at Walmart. It's a 3X, by the way. I have graduated. Oh my God! So I'm going to tell you real quick. I admit painfully, I was a 6X. In some shirts, I'm still a 6X because depending on where the shirt came from and the fit. However, regular shirts like this, US, I should say, this is a 3X. I've shrunk down to a 3X and it's already starting to loose a little bit around the neck. My goal is to try to get down to a 1X or 2X, maybe a 1 or a 2X. Hopefully a 1X. I'd be happy if I was down to a large. Just a pure large, which is fine with me. Which is why I've been kind of delaying in buying some of the really cool shirts that Goth Raven Star Raven Gothic Eternity is selling. I really love her shirts. I plan to buy some, but I want to buy some when I've lost a little bit of weight. I have my eyes set on some, but I don't want to buy some and then they just don't fit me anymore after I shrink the pound. So I want to wait until I've shrunk a little bit more, and then I'll start buying them and adding them on my wardrobe, because there's a hoodie that I've seen that I like. So fingers crossed, that's my goal. That will be my reward if I can get down to an X large or a 2X. Next on the agenda to complete the look, face-wise, is lipstick, of course. Blend it out. I think that's my ride. So we finished the look. We're just going to run some hairspray over our hair, but here's the outfit. Nails cannot be finished. You have to live with it when you're on a time frame. So I hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. I'm going to throw on some gloves, get my shoes on, run some hairspray over this, meet up with my friend real quick, and I'll be out the door and having some fun. See you later.